You know that feeling? Like you're constantly running a race, but you don't even know where the finish line is? Yeah, it's something that's become way too common in our world. So today, let's dive into this. We're going to explore a really simple but powerful idea that might just be the perfect antidote to that constant rush.
So why are we always in such a hurry? I mean, it's a great question, right? It really feels like we're caught in this current that's just constantly pulling us forward faster and faster. And it turns out it's driven by a few, well, very modern pressures.
Okay, just think about your phone for a second. I mean, that constant stream of ding, ping, buzz, every single one is like a tiny tap on the shoulder, a little voice screaming, "Hey, look at me, now." It just completely rips our focus away from whatever we're doing and shatters our concentration into a million little pieces.
And look, this pressure, it goes way beyond our devices, right? We're living in this hustle culture that's constantly telling us we need to do more, be more, achieve more, and we need to do it all right now. It just creates this relentless, nagging feeling that no matter what we do, we're always falling behind. And then, to top it all off, we're all constantly scrolling through these perfect highlight reels on social media. What this does is create this powerful illusion that big breakthroughs just happen overnight. And it makes us completely forget about the slow, steady, and, often invisible work that real success is always built on.
Okay, so if that's the problem, what's the solution? Well, it's not about just grinding to a complete halt. It's about a deliberate shift in how we see things. It's all about mastering the art of slowing down.
And this quote, right here, this is the core of it. It's such a simple instruction, but man, the implications are profound. It's not about the final destination, it's all about the quality and the intention of the very next step you take. That's it.
Now, this is a really crucial distinction to make. Slowing down isn't about being lazy or, procrastinating. Not at all. It's a strategic choice. It's you consciously deciding to act with purpose instead of just reacting to all the chaos and noise happening around you.
So, okay, what does this actually look like in practice? I mean, how does taking just one single mindful step really change the whole equation? Well, the difference between reacting and intending, it's huge.
Let's break this down. On one side, you have rushed action. This is where your focus is just locked on the finish line, right? You're so desperate to get there that you end up making mistakes, you get sloppy, and you burn out. But on the other side, you've got mindful action. And here, your focus shifts completely. It's all about the step you're taking right now. The quality of that one step becomes intentional, it becomes considered. And the result? It's not stress and burnout, it's calmness and clarity. The pace you see literally changes the entire outcome.
Okay, being mindful is great, for sure. But what about when you're doing all the right things? You're taking those deliberate steps and you're still not seeing any results. I get it. And this is where the second, kind of deeper piece of wisdom comes into play. This is such a critical thing to remember. So much of the most important growth, the most meaningful progress in our lives, it happens beneath the surface. It's totally out of sight. And that requires a whole different kind of trust.
And that's the real challenge, isn't it? It feels so counterintuitive to have faith in a process that gives you zero immediate proof. So, how in the world do we actually build that trust when we can't see anything happening?
Well, the cool thing is, we can find proof everywhere, if we just look for it. Think about nature, right? A seed germinates in total darkness, doing all this incredible work long before it ever even thinks about breaking through the soil. Or think about art. A sculptor isn't just making something from nothing. Nope. They are patiently chipping away to reveal the amazing form that was already hiding inside the stone. And it's even happening inside our own brains. Science shows us that these little neural pathways are forming and getting stronger with every single repetition, way before we ever start to feel like we're good at something. The point is, progress is always happening, especially when we can't see it.
All right, so let's bring all this home. How do we take these big ideas and actually apply them to our own, busy, chaotic lives? How do we find a pace that's more sustainable, more intentional?
Okay, it really boils down to 4 practical things. First up, challenge urgency. Before you jump into a frantic rush, just stop and ask yourself, is this speed really necessary?
Second, focus on one step. Put all of your attention on the single thing you're doing right now, not the 10 things you have to do later. Third, and this is a big one, acknowledge effort. Learn to actually value the work itself, not just the shiny outcome at the end. And finally, trust in time. Really lean into the fact that meaningful growth is slow and trust that your consistent, mindful efforts are going to pay off. They will compound.
And maybe this is the ultimate takeaway. You have to stop comparing your timeline to someone else's highlight reel. Your journey, your growth, your progress, it has its own unique rhythm. And maybe the most powerful thing you can do is just learn to listen to that rhythm and to honor it.
So, as we wrap up, I'm going to leave you with a question to chew on. What's that one thing in your life right now? You know, that project, that relationship, maybe that skill you're trying to build? What's the one thing that would absolutely flourish if you just gave it the gift of your unhurried, mindful attention?